Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today, something from Wild Turkey. This is a 1 liter bottle travel exclusive of Kentucky Spirit. Wow. Very, very good. 50.5%. So for you in the States, 101 proof. And you've maybe seen the new Kentucky Spirit bottles. I remember the old ones. I actually brought one back to Germany when I was in Kentucky a few years ago and visited some of the great distilleries there. Unfortunately, I arrived too late for the distillery tour at Wild Turkey. But I did get to go to the gift shop and pick up a few little things there. If I think Wild Turkey and I think 101 proof, I think of one bottle and only one bottle. The benchmark for bourbon for me in the price. And so I can literally get 3 of these 1 liter bottles for the price I'm paying for this. This is 88 euros. Divide 88, divide by 3. You know what I'm paying, over 130 euros per bottle for the Wild Turkey 101, which I think is a fabulous, fabulous price. Now, the very, very first thing that surprised me was the color difference. So this is a single barrel. This is mass production. It's darker, the 101. The 101 is darker than here, our Wild Turkey hand-selected Kentucky Spirit. So on the back, it says here, each barrel of this full-bodied Kentucky Spirit bourbon is hand-selected under the watchful eye of legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell. Every drop of its bold and spicy character is drawn from a single cask. Very, very good. So I would not have known that. All right. So once again, this bottle was originally intended for Australia. Just like its partner bottle over here, the 13-year-old Wild Turkey that I just did. I tried to pick it up on the lid and ripped 1 liter bottle in very, very thin cardboard, or not even cardboard. It's barely cardboard. Not the best idea in the world. All right. Almost squish these with your bare hands. So not the best protection in the world. So what I have here is I have cask 1108. Oh, I can read for you. That's exactly right. So this bourbon whiskey was bottled on January 17th, 2020, right before the crisis happened, basically, from barrel number 1108 and stored in warehouse A on Rick number 20. Selected for the bourbon connoisseur, yay! And Jimmy and Eddie Russell's names are on both of these, or both of their names are on this. Now on the nose, I must admit, this does not smell like Wild Turkey 101 exactly. Go to 101, yep, that's 101. I say if you've had 101 in your glass more than 20, 30 times in your life, you get to have a certain aroma profile that you're aware of, and also a taste profile that you're somewhat familiar with. All right, so this is one of the go-tos. This is one of the standards. This is one of the things. If I got friends over and they want to drink bourbon, hey, have you tried the Wild Turkey 101? No, I haven't. Well, you need to, because it's great stuff at a great price. This, on the other hand, is a little bit, if this is the normal box, this is a little bit up here over in right field. When you go on a barrel pick, maybe one day you get to do that. That's an amazing, amazing thing, I've been told. I've been in warehouses. I own barrels, but I have not been to a Kentucky bourbon pick yet. I don't own any barrels in the States yet. We'll see what happens. They'll roll out 5 barrels, and you can choose maybe the one that you like the best. But often you're going to choose something which is not perfectly dead center the Wild Turkey taste profile, or the Heaven Hill, or the Buffalo Trace, or the New Riff, or whatever else. You're going to go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit up, or a little bit down. And you're going to have hopefully something that's a little bit more complex than a standard normal bottle like the Wild Turkey 101. And that's what I have here. I'm going to say cheers. The nose is good, doesn't blow me away, but wait a second. So it gets fruity. There's a little bit of heat, 101. And then that heat dissipates from the alcohol, and it just really turns into this sweet wonderful goodness. I'm going to use the word goodness. So they say on the back of the box here, known for being full-bodied with rich vanilla flavors and a hint of sweetness, it's the perfect bourbon to enjoy neat. A complex layering of almonds, honey, blackberries, and leather give way to a long, dark, and lingering finish. I agree. I didn't really get the blackberries. I did get, but what I didn't get the almonds. Sorry, for me it would be more pecan or pecan. Oh, this is good. This is a B, almost a B plus whiskey. I have very, very seldom had a whiskey that was so, no, sorry, no whiskey, a bourbon that is so deliciously complex. Yes, I know I need to try a couple more Russell Reserves. My problem was I got burned. I tried two of them and they were both mediocre at best. Not even that. And I was, why buy Russell Reserve? Ugh. And then I had a Russell Reserve from someone else gave me a sample. It's like, this stuff is amazing. I said, yes, Russell Reserve is amazing. He said, no, they're not. The two that I had weren't. He said, well, Jason, you got a bum deal. I was like, sorry. And that's what can happen with single barrels is you can have something that is wow, and you can have something that's okay, and something that's, ooh, what happened here? And I think if the watchful eye of Jimmy Russell is really here on these, they're going to hopefully pick the ones that are above average to even way above average. And I have the feeling here that I got one that was way above average. This barrel 1108 is, in my opinion, just great. As I said, a B, B plus is what I'm looking at here. Value for money at the beginning, I was like, oh, 88 euros. Is it really worth it? I can get 3 of these for one of these. Yes, it is. It is worth it. I'm going to give this almost a C. A, why haven't you bought it? B, buy it. I'm telling you, buy this bottle if you can ever find it. C, you can buy it if you want to. D, you don't need it. And F, why was it even made? So this is if you have the 88 euros and you want to try something that's fabulous from Wild Turkey, this would be the bottle I would recommend. Now, it's a single barrel. How many 1 liter 55.5 ABV bottles do you get out of a bourbon casks? So a bourbon cask is 200 liters, and you basically lose, what, 6% in the first year, and each following year, maybe 4%. So after the first 2 years, 10% down. And let's say this is a 5-year-old whiskey. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon. So it has to be at least 4 years. So I'm going to give it 5. So we're looking at about 20% is gone on Angel Share. So we're looking at basically 80 times 160 liters. So 160 liters would be 160 bottles, plus maybe 1 or 2 more. That's not very money from that one cask, but I know there are many different casks filled on that day. This was filled on, as I said, the 17th of January, 2020. I found at least 2 other barrels that were filled on the exact same day. So they have about 1,000, maybe, hopefully 1,000 barrels floating around the world. But hey, 1,000 barrels and 1 million Wild Turkey fans out there, that's not going to be any good. I'm so sorry, Australia, that we got your bottle. As I said, this was originally earmarked, at least labeled for Australia. Somehow landed up here in Germany, somehow landed up here on my table. I bought it, and I'm very, very happy I did. This is something very, very nice. So my question of the day is, what other brands of bourbon do you know of that actually produce single barrels? All right, so I know New Riff have some very, very good single barrels. What other brands out there have some very nice single barrels that you can recommend? Yes, there's a lot. Limit yourself to about 5 max in my comments. That'd be great. Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Please like, subscribe, and tell others. All the best. Bye-bye.